Hey guys, this is Jordan here, personal trainer at the Schenectady JCC, coming to you with another kid-friendly workout. Today we're going to be focusing on some stuff we can do inside. It's always not going to be those nice days we're getting. So today is ready outside. Might not be when this is posted, but this is something you can do when you're inside when you don't have a lot of space. And we have no thing we need for equipment-wise. So the good thing about this is, like I said, no equipment, just a little bit of space we need. Today we're going to focus on some total body strengthening, upper body and lower body strength, as well a little bit of core strength as well. Like I said, the good thing about this exercise, even though we're doing a strength exercise, no equipment is needed. So let's get into the stuff we're going to do today. Before we get anything started, as always, we want to make sure that we are kind of warm up. We don't want to go into this with a cold muscle groups. That's when you focus on your form goes off. We might end up pulling a muscle, which will set you back when we're trying to get our performance to the next level and not go backwards. All right, so our warm up today, before we get started, is just going to be some burpees. All right, the good thing about burpees is when we're doing them today, I'm not focused on going fast. I'm not trying to get the heart rate up. Burpees are a great exercise, but for our focus today is just going to be a little bit warm up because it's a quick way to warm up a lot of big muscle groups. But the one thing it does warm up is your hips. So we're just going to do some hip circles before we get into our burpees. We're going to knee up to that stomach. All right, try to get to that waist. Focus on that balance. As you can see, I just lost nice and wide. All right, opening up that hip. All right, bringing that knee around to that side. Opening it up and rotating with that knee bent to that side of the hip. All right, nice inside those hips here. All right, then I'm going to try to come back the opposite way, keeping the foot outside. All right, almost like there's a hurdle that you're stepping over each time coming in and out. So you can go one way and reverse, or you just go one way each time and then reverse it. Either one, doesn't matter. We'll see, we're gonna do both sides. So as you can see, I'm getting that foot nice and high, getting that up to hip level each time. Like I said, like there's an imaginary hurdle right in that 45-degree angle from that body. All right, we're going to our burpees now. All right, so people that haven't done burpees before, is your hands are going to come down to the ground. I want your legs to stay fairly straight. All right, if they can't stay completely straight, slight bend of the knees is fine. Straighter the better. Hands going down right in front of that chest. We kick out the feet, okay? Keeping it nice and straight. Try not to dip to the hips or push hips too high. All right, straight from shoulders to heels. Feet come back in. You're going to stand it up, all right? As you stand up, we're going to throw a little bit of jump in there. Like I said, we're not going fast. All right, I just want to do 5 deep ones. All right, so we get the lower legs and the calves and ankles warmed up too. Feet out, in, hips up. Let's do 2 more. All right, here we go. So let's get into our strength exercise today. So like I said, we're focusing on some full body stuff. I have 6 exercises we're gonna do. I have little baby circuits, all right, so 2 exercises at a time. We'll go through those 2 times to make sure we get form and our reps in. All right, and then we'll switch to the next 2. So 6 exercises total, 2 at a time, so 3 little sets. The first thing I got for you is some squat movements. We're gonna throw a little bit upper shoulders and chest involved as well. So anything you might need, you wanna throw some upper body in as well. Is there anything that's kind of heavy that you can feel comfortable holding over your head or a little bit in front of your chest? Okay, anything that might not, for some reason, if you do get tired, you feel like you need to drop that, not gonna hurt you or break if it does fall. For my purposes, I do have a kettlebell, so it's a little bit easier for me. Either way, you're gonna grab your weight. If you feel like not doing it with your weight, that's absolutely fine too. Maybe do some extra reps in, all right, because you do wanna focus on some strength work. So something that might be heavy, but you can control. So the first movement is just a squat, feet are shoulder width, getting the butt down, bend at those knees, keep the knees over the toes. We're not pushing in front of your toes, okay? You want to keep it in line. So nice deep squat. All right, you're holding your weight right here through that chest. All right, now as you drive back up, all right, you're gonna extend that weight above that chest. When you do this, I wanna make sure we keep it in front of that chest and not over, because if that weight is too heavy, you might end up dropping it behind you, all right, which can either hit your head or it can hurt your shoulders as you come behind that head. Okay, so nice and deep. We're gonna throw it together. We're gonna go for about 35 seconds. Okay, try to get as many as you can in. Focus on your form. All right, it's not a cardio exercise. Inhaling down, exhaling up. All right, as that weight comes back down at that chest, right back to our squat. Focus on keeping it even through the feet, all right? As you're squatting, you don't have too much weight into one leg, and as you're coming up, you're not driving into one leg more than the other. All right, we got about 10 seconds. I'm gonna do 2 more here. Like I said, if we don't have a weight, we just extend those arms. That's my last one. All right, so our next exercise, we're gonna group with our squat and chest press, is a V-sit. So it's a little core work. Right, the good thing about this core, no exercise needed. A lot of different ways you can make it a little bit tougher or easier depending on your skill level. So I'm gonna come to side profile, a little easier for you guys to see me here. On that butt, I want your knees together, your feet are together in front of you. All you're gonna do with a straight back is lower your shoulders to that floor a little bit. I want you to focus on keeping your feet off that ground. All right, so from your shoulders to your hips to your knees, all right, forms that V sit. Hence, what is called the V sit, right? Forms that V. To make it harder, all right, we're bringing the knees up, or keep the knees in line, I should say, bring the feet up, all right, so what's called a tabletop, all right, from your knees to your feet, all right, hence tabletop, because it looks like nice and straight. If we wanted to put something on there, I could hold it up with that straight legs, it wouldn't fall over, okay? So this is nice, easy. If it's too hard, your hands can come down to the side, all right, or your feet can come down a little bit, but I want you to try to keep the feet off the ground, even if it's just about 1 inch or 1 centimeter, all right, because it keeps more weight that you have to squeeze, or more pressure to that stomach to keep you up, okay? Higher the better. If they need to come down, that's fine. If you can, keep your hands off the ground, all right, because just make sure it's the stomach that's holding you up. All right, so we're gonna hold for about 15 more seconds, okay? If you feel like it's a little bit too easy, lower those shoulders up a little bit, or shoulders down a little bit more. Keep those feet a little higher. All right, engage into that stomach. Try to hold that position. All right, no movement. It's almost like a plank. You just want to hold that position each time. In 3, 2, and 1. All right, guys, right back to that top. Let's go back to our squat and press. I'm gonna do it without the weight this time. Just so you can see what I meant. If you're just extending those arms, all right, it's the same kind of movement. So let's go for 30 seconds, around 2. Deep squat down, extending up, okay? Even when we're extending with no weight, you'll make sure you stay in front of that chest. Focus on that controlled squat. Nice smooth breaths. All right, guys, the last 10 seconds. So I got 2 to go. 3, 2, and 1. Coming right back to that V-sit. Same profile for you to see. All right, I want you to try to hold for 30 seconds. Start in your the hardest you can. And then as it gets into that 30 seconds, if you need to lower that skill level a little bit, or the difficulty level a little bit, obviously feel free. All right, but always start as high or as hard as you can. You're in that harder position. Usually, you start hard, you can go low. It's a lot harder to start easy and then go harder as that time goes on. All right, so let's go 30 seconds here. The legs in tabletop. All right, try to keep that lower back off that ground. And it's a nice deep hold. Hands can come across the chest. Okay, whatever you need to do, try to keep them off that ground though, so we're not pushing up through those hands. So we got 10 seconds in. All right, we got about 15, we're halfway. If you want to make it a little bit tougher, bring those hands right in front of you and just rotate them from hips to hips. Not a lot of movement here, but this throws your body in motion a little bit, and we have to keep those abs engaged even more. Hold that position. We got 5 seconds here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, guys, that was the first little circuit. We're coming right back to up top to the feet. Right back to some leg work. All right, these are going to be fast paced because no body or no weights, just body movements, or body weight, I should say. All right, we're going to do some lunge. We're going to throw into a squat and then go lunge on the other side. So lunge, squat, lunge. Okay, so one foot's going to come forward. If we're going to do our lunges, quick tutorial, nice big step. Weight even through the feet, knees over the toes, chest is up, okay? So each time you squat, we're gonna switch up, squat the same side. So if we're lunging my right foot, all right, I drive from the right foot, return, I take a step with that right into our squat. Return the right, now we're going left. Lunge, left out, squat, and go lunge. Okay, switch it up, right foot. lunge, squat. All right, so I'm controlled. Speed it up a little bit because there is no weight. The more you do, the better. Make sure we're under control. It's gonna be the last one here. All right, guys, so that's lunge, squat, lunge. It's a nice exercise. You're doing a lot of lunges and squats, hit all the parts of the legs. Right back down to the ground. Second exercise, we got in the circuit again. A little bit of core work. Throw some chest and back in as well, because we're in a push-up position. All right, so side profile here. In that push-up position, hips are down. All right, so I'm here. I'm straight from shoulders to heels again. Chest is above those arms nice and straight, no drop from the hips. Okay, so even this position right here, holding here, will be tight to the stomach. Keep those abs engaged. A lot of core work here, even without the movement. To make it a little bit tougher, we're gonna pike it up, drive those hips up. Get that chin to the chest and look at those feet. And I want you to slowly return, all right, and not drop those hips too far. All right, return yourself to that nice deep plank. Squeeze and breathe. Chin to chest. Try to get those eyes to the feet. And then as you come back down, return. Engage that stomach so we don't go farther than that normal position. Inhaling down. Exhaling up. Try to stick on those toes. And control the movement of the hips down. Do not drop too fast. Make sure we're going all the way with our range of motion, not too far. Last one. And breathe. And return. All right, guys, back to the feet. Round two. Okay, lunge, squat, lunge. So you can obviously just do a lunge, squat, and lunge on the other side, and then start back over. Or you can just do lunge, squat, lunge, squat, lunge, squat. Just a lot easier when you focus on doing these, especially with our squat. Make sure each time you step, it's about shoulder width. You don't want to go too far and then bleeding to one side. All right, you want to make sure that form is even. The feet under those hips, okay? And even distribution to the feet as you squat. Okay, so I'm gonna do lunge, squat, lunge, squat. That's why I'm alternating back and forth. You don't get confused. 30 seconds and control. Right squat or right lunge, squat. Left lunge, left squat. Right lunge, right squat. Left lunge, left squat. And right, all right, back and forth. Obviously, if you wanted to make these a little bit harder, grab one of the weight, like I had that kettlebell. Another good thing is, any 2-liter bottles, soda, anything big cartons of juice, and things like that. Always work as good as well. The good thing about those, for some reason you drop them, they're not gonna hurt anything. I'm gonna go one more on each side. Squat, left side. Left squat. All right, guys, right back down on those feet. Let's go. Plank and pike. Push up position. Straight arms under the chest. Nice drive from the hips. Big squeeze up. Control down. All right, so high through the hips. Chin to chest. Look at those feet. Return. Keep it tight. Breathe it out. As always, work at your own speed, your own level. Everyone's different. Feel like you want to make it harder, that is great. Bring it down to the elbows. Same concept. Big squeeze, not dropping those hips. If you want to make it easier, just don't bring the hips as high. Just slowly return as well. Same control down. Just don't bring it up high. Gauge that stomach. All right, guys, we got one more little circuit coming up. So we're gonna stick with our lunges. All right, we do one round of squats. We do lunge squats. All right, so we're right back to our lunges. We're gonna throw a little bit of hip work in as well. So focus on outside rotations. Focus on some obliques. All right, a lot of good things. If you're focused on baseball, all right, you always want those fast hips, those strong hips as you rotate. And almost any kind of sport you're gonna play, you always wanna focus on strong hips as well. All right, that core goes around to the side and that lower back. Always focusing on that stomach, lower back, and outside of the hips, just as important. Okay, don't worry about that six pack so much. All right, and we're gonna go to a lunge. Like I said, one leg in front of the other. All right, so I'm going to my run, right leg, Anton lunge. All right, we're gonna throw a twist in there. Engage in those obliques, those outside abs, and bring the hands in front of me. I'm gonna rotate my chest as far as I can. Try to get your hands to the hip on the leg you're stepping with. So on the right side, rotate to my right, control it back. Slow and smooth, all right? Just focus a little bit on balance as well. Make sure we're balanced for a lunge, and rotate. Oop, I lost my balance there, I went too quick. Good thing about these, it keeps those legs engaged the whole time we're rotating. And you do have to go slow, or that balance will go. All right, so we're halfway, we're on 3 more on each side. Sped it up, almost lost that balance. Can't cheat on these, you wanna make it harder. Grab a weight, you don't want too heavy of a weight. The same thing, right between those hands. You're gonna hold that weight, make it a little bit more tougher. Our last 3. 2, I got 1 more on each side. Our last one. All right, so last round we got some chest and back work. Come right back down to that ground. I'm gonna throw a little bit of core in as well, because again, we're in the push-up position. All right, this is a hand spread push-up. All right, we're not actually gonna do push-ups. All right, but if you wanted to, you could always do push-ups in as well. I'll show you how to adjust. So side profile, I should come in front so you see. Your hands are be out in front of you, regular push-up position, straight from the shoulders. What you're gonna do, if you can, is you're gonna separate your hands a little bit wider. All right, pushing yourself up, trying to hop those hands off the ground. The thing you wanna focus on when you're doing this, all right, is going the same distance outside the shoulders, and when we go inside, same distance inside. So a lot of times when people do this, they can hop out one side too far, one side too short, all right, and then it comes uneven, and that's when you can hurt yourself. So always start short, all right, and then if you feel like you can go a little bit farther, that's great, but don't try really far right at the beginning, okay? So if you can't feel like you're going too far out, all right, just little baby jumps. When you focus on doing is keeping those hips up, so every time I jump, I don't fall down and those arms bend. Okay, if you can't jump too far with those hands, all right, so you can either come inside at normal position, right back to the normal and outside, or you can just one at a time. Out, out, in. Same thing, you want to keep those hips up though, and minimize the movement. And no matter what, keeping it in normal alignment under the chest. Okay, there's a lot of different things. I'll go through them again next time. So one more round back up at top. Lunge and twist, pick a leg. We're going to go 6 on each side, so 12 total. Right side, find that balance. Nice rotate, drive to return. Low and smooth, there's 1. And 2. And 3. 4. Our last ones, 1 on each side. If you want to do more, pause the video. All right, if you need to take a break, take a break. Last round, guys, back to that ground. Those hand separations. All right, so if we can, hop up to the ground or hop those off, hands up. You're gonna come outside, normal, and then together. All right, a little bit tougher. Normal, outside, normal, together. All right, or just one at a time. Outside, outside, normal, normal, inside, inside. Okay, outside, outside, normal, normal, inside, inside. All right, moving those hands too far apart. Get away, stop with the hand pops, and then always bring the hands one at a time if you need to, if you get a little bit tired. All right, guys, so that's our warm-up for today, or workout for today. Hope you guys had fun. Like I said, a nice workout to do inside. Not a nice day for me when I'm taping this, so hopefully you can find not a great day and a little bit of room to do one of these workouts. Hope you're having a great day. Hope to see you soon.